All right, we are recording. So thank you all for joining. We are here for Power Hour. It is a few minutes after 9, and it is, what day is it? I really don't even know what day it is. I think it's the 21st. We got 7 days left in the month. This is a quick month. February is always the fastest, and a lot of people get bent out of shape on February's, but they're good. They're good because it causes a concentration, and people push. They push hard, and it usually turns out well for them. February is a good month as far as volume goes because everybody's paying attention to it. It doesn't just sneak up on them. So a couple things that I wanted to share tonight is I wanted to go over some basic items. I haven't drawn in a while for one, so I wanted to break out the old pen and get that going. But I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the basics on the math that some people don't get. And this was actually mentioned on our leadership chat a little bit earlier, and I took a note of it. It's something I've been wanting to talk about, so I decided to switch my topic at the last second to this. I think this is going to be good for everybody. So what I wanted to discuss, with us having 7 days left, when people are looking at comp plan and understanding what it takes, we're going to focus on Jades because we're the Jade factory. And Jade, to be able to hit that, so you're a business partner. So here's you. And one of the things I want to get real clear on is what's required. And I'm going to show this will be an example. It's a simulation. So it's not the only way to do it. It is a way to do it out of just about an infinite number of ways to do it. So the first thing to know, and some of the nomenclature, is when you're in the business, you are a business partner, okay? So that's, some people say independent consultant, some people say a consultant, a distributor, all kinds of different phrases for it. In Kayani, we call them business partners, okay? And I'll use consultant from time to time. That's what we used in the previous company, and so it is ingrained in my brain, so I'll say that every once in a while. The other thing that you need to know is your organization is made up of legs, okay? Legs in the organization. So here's you, and you can have a leg. Now, there's a special leg in your organization that is your customer leg, okay? So we'll draw that one off to the side. The thing that most people focus on is that I need 2 legs, which means I need 2 business partners. I need Al and I need Billy, okay? To hit Jade, there's a couple of requirements. One is that you have 2 legs, okay? So most people think they got to get 2 business partners. It's actually an incorrect statement. What you can do is, let's say you didn't get Billy, but let's say that you come out and you get a whole bunch of customers. Let me draw this a little better. So you've got another leg over here, and off of that leg, you have customers. You can be one of these customers. You get Aunt Susie over here. You get Bob. You get Chuck. You can get all these different customers here, okay? Now, the requirements to be Jade are you got to be a qualified distributor first. And that means you got to have 150 QV of personal volume. The other requirement that you need to have is 2,000 QV in your entire organization and 800 QV outside your largest leg, okay? Another preconceived notion is that means you need to have 800 points in your second leg. Okay, that's not a true statement. It's everything outside of your largest leg. So let's do a simulation. Let's say that Al joins the business at $599 package. When he does that, he gets 500 QV in volume. Let's say that you get Billy here, and Billy does the $399 package as a business partner. And with that comes 200 points of QV. And let's say that all of these customers are prime customers And let's assume that they are on auto ship. Again, one example of an infinite number of examples. I want you to get the theory here. All right, so if you were to look at this, and let's say that we've got...
So I need to watch the load then.
All right, somebody's unmuted. Let me click the button here. All right, got everybody muted. Okay, so with that said, we've got 10 customers here. And let's look at the points that we have for this organization. Let's say that you just joined this month. Let's say you did the $12.99 package. And if you did that, there's 750 points of QV in there. So we've got 750 for you. We got 500 for Al. We got 200 for Billy. And we've got 10 prime customers that are on auto ship. Each one of those is worth 80 points of QV. So we've got 800 points. That's a lot of points. 800 points in that leg. Okay, so let's break this down. How many points do we have in our entire organization? So we grab a calculator because it's late and my head hurts, so I'm going to cheat. We've got 750 points for you. We've got 500 points for Al. We got 200 points for Billy. And we got 800 points in customers. When you add that all up, you got 2,250 points in your organization total. Is that more than 2,000 points necessary for that check mark? Yep, check mark in the check box of 2,000 points. Does that mean with that information alone that you're a Jade? No. Next thing that I mentioned was you need 150 personal volume. This is personal volume. 800 more than 150. Check mark. Next thing, 800 points outside your largest leg. Which one of these legs is your largest leg? That one. Since that one's your largest leg, you can call that one leg A. The second largest one is this one, and the third largest is this one. The easiest way that I explain this is that your 2,000 points of QV needs to be your entire organization, A plus B plus C. The other cool thing is that your personal volume of your 750 points is also added into that. So it's everything. That's where this number came from. The next item is this right here, outside your largest leg. So the second number, when you're looking in your back office and you see 3 numbers up there or 2 numbers up there, you'll see a couple of them. One of them is your group QV. That's your total organization. That's this number. That's this number. The second number is not your second leg. It is all the volume outside of your largest leg. By definition, that's all of that right there. It's 500 plus 200 plus 750 because this leg is your largest leg. So it's everything else. So that's 1450 that you have. 750, 500, and 200. Okay. Is that more than 800 points? Yes, it is. Because of that, you're a Jade. Okay? Now, what if we didn't have leg C here? Another simulation. Would we be a Jade? Yes. Why? Because you have 2,050 points total. And then you look at your secondary requirement outside your largest leg. In this situation, that's still your largest leg. So this is your smallest leg, and that includes your volume. So you have 1,250, which is more than 800, and you still have over 150 in personal volume. You're a Jade. Okay? So that example that I just said, you have 2 legs. You have your customer leg, and you've got Owl in that leg. So you can actually go all the way to diamond with 1 business partner. Now, you need a whole lot of customers. How many? Let's look at diamond. 100,000 QV and 40,000 outside your largest leg. And if we divided by 80, we'd need 5,000 customers. But it's doable. You know 5,000 people that are sick. You'd have to go out and do some stuff. But you can absolutely mathematically do it. Now, is it easier to go get 5,000 customers for your second leg or go get a second business partner? 4,000 of these little lollipops, or sorry, 5,000 of these little lollipops, or get one more person and teach them a system that keeps on duplicating. I hope the answer is clear. Any questions about this? If you've got a question, that means somebody else has a question. Stand up for them, help them out by asking your question. And thank you, Sherry, for having your video on to let me know that I didn't freeze out. We'll get back into having everybody have their video on when they can. I get it. Some of you are traveling. Some of you aren't in a spot to be able to do that. But I also want to call that out. You ain't participating, hiding behind your little black box. That means you're doing something else. All right. Any questions on that? And Karen, I know you're in an airport. No worries. Thank you, though. Eddie's eating. I like it. I just had some fajitas. All right, I see a couple of new people on. I know Michael. I know we got Chanel. We got Mark. Tammy. That was crystal clear to all of y'all? Because I usually get more questions off of that, and I know that was a damn good explanation, and I'm really good at what I do, but come on now. Clear to me. Good deal. Excellent. Okay, we're going to move on to the next thing. So let me go back to sharing. Excellent. Thank you. Now, an interesting thing happens each month. Some of you were going to be surprised in your second full month, and it's like, wait a second, where'd all my volume go? It's March 1st, and I'm at 0, 0, and 0, but I got all these people. Where's my volume? What happens is this is the volume that you have that month. When you have new people come on board, when Al and Bonnie came on board, they brought those 500 points and those 200 points because they're new business partners. But here's the deal. This volume is calculated on a monthly basis. How much volume went through your organization per month? So unless they're going to go in and enroll themselves a second time, which they can't do, it's one spot per social security number, then how are you going to be able to make this organization grow? So let's redraw this. So that was the end of the month. Here's you. Here's Al. We'll use the example with Bonnie or Billy. She changed names. And then we've got $10 customers in there. Okay? So March 1st rolls around. All of your customers are on auto ship for the very first day of the month. You've got 10 customers, 80 points apiece. You got 800 points on day 1 of March. How many points does Al have? None right now. How many does Bonnie have? None. They haven't gotten any customers. Al was worth 500 points to you last month. Billy was worth 200 points. So how do we get those points back? Those were really nice. You get those points back by either Al going out and sponsoring somebody or you sponsoring somebody and placing them underneath Al, or better yet, you make sure Al is talking to people. When he's talking to them, have them listen instead of try to sell them something on a business or sell them a product. Listen to them. Find out what it is that they desire, where it hurts. Oh, it hurts in the wealth side. Perfect. Is that something that you want to fix? It is wonderful because a lot of times I assume people actually mean what they say when they want to fix that, but most of them are lying. So it's good to hear that you actually want to be able to fix this wealth issue. Do you want to learn more information about this? You do? Fantastic. Let me put you in touch with my guy or my girl. Oh, why don't I answer your questions? Because I just got started with this and I don't have time to explain it to you. And on top of that, I don't understand all the details and I don't have to. That's why I got started in this business. It's not about me trading my time for money. It's about me using a system that somebody put in place that I can simply tap into. Oh, how do I tap into it? I just did. I asked you what's wrong. I asked you if you want to fix it. I asked you if you want to talk to my guy. If you do, I'm going to put you in touch with him. If you don't, I don't give a shit. You can keep dealing with what you're dealing with. Well, Casey, that's harsh. Don't care. If they don't want to fix it, stop trying to cram it down their throat. Ask them what's going on. Ask them if they want to fix it. If they do, ask them if they want to talk to the person. Well, they didn't answer. They didn't respond back. That means they didn't want to talk to somebody about fixing that. That's just another way of them lying and not being authentic and telling you, no, I don't prefer to do that. I want to sit here and grovel in my mess. Or I don't like you. I don't like what you do. I don't want to listen to any of it. And that's fine too. Cool. No problem. Next. But when you do all those things and you find out, and Al is talking to him, and Al finds out that they've got a pain in their back. They got a pain for sleeping. They've got Crohn's disease. They got diabetes. They've got ADHD. They got PTSD. They've got all these different items. And I promise you, I can write down more than 10 different issues that people are going to run into. Go look on Wellness from the Inside and Out and see 60,000 plus people talking about where it hurt and where it doesn't hurt anymore. Look at, oh, well, I don't know what I'm looking for. Go look into that channel. You'll see what people were hurting with and what they're not hurting anymore. Now go to find the people that are still hurting. So Al can go out and Al can have his customer leg. And here's what's really, really neat that I want to make a huge point and let you guys understand what you're ultimately trying to do in this business. There's 8 customers there. Let me knock one off. There's 7 customers there. Prime, auto ship, Triangle of Health customers are worth 80 points. If Al will simply go get 7 customers, have their auto ship set to the first of the month, if Billy will go out, even though Billy came in on the small package, and Billy will go out and get 7 customers, 7 people that are hurting. Not that she's going and looking for those people directly and say, I need a customer. Do you want to be my customer? Instead, say, hey, Joe, you're my friend. How you been lately? Joe's going to say, been pretty good. Haven't been sleeping all that well. Joe, I hear what you're saying on sleep. That sucks, man. Is that something that you want to fix? Well, yeah, who wouldn't? You'd be surprised, Joe. The world's full of them. No, I'd like to fix it. What do you got? Joe, I got something that'll help you start sleeping. You want to learn more about it? Yeah, man, what you got? I got a guy I need to introduce him to you. And there's Joe as a new customer. And 7 more of them show up. 7 times 80, 560 points. So now let's look at this organization without getting any more business partners and only focusing on people coming in and getting these customers. Where are we at so far? Actually, we need one more. Could I tell everybody you need to get 3 business partners, run the power play, 7 customers. That's the formula. I don't care if Al gets them. I don't care if you get them. I don't care if somebody above you gets them and puts them underneath of you, but you get 3 people underneath of you. Chelsea goes off. She gets 7 customers. 7 times 80, 560 points. How many points do we have? 560 times 3. Grab my calculator here. plus your 800 because you got 10 customers, you got 2480. Which one of these is your biggest leg? Is it A, B, or C? A is your biggest leg. Why? Because you got 560, 560. This one's got 560. This one's got 800. So this one's got 1120. It's your biggest leg. So outside your biggest leg, how many do you have? You got 560 and you got 800. So you got 1360 as your second number. And if you're looking in the back, your smallest leg is 560 plus you. So it's outside your largest two legs. So these are the numbers that you would see in your back office for your QV, which is going to determine your rank. And that is on March 1st. How cool would it be to start the month immediately a Jade? That's your goal. The way you get there is when somebody comes in, you want to be able to find your 3 business partners so that your organization is seated and it will continue to grow and continue to spider out. And you want to make sure you're taking care of your own house with 7 customers. Your people, you need to make sure they're working on their 3. So Al, what do we want Al to do? We want Al to go out and get a new business partner and another business partner and another business partner. And then each of those 3 that just came on, go get 7 customers. What does Chelsea need to do? We want her to go get another business partner, and then another business partner. And what do we want them to do? Go get 7 customers. What do we want Billy to do? We want Billy to go out and get 3 business partners. And then each of those to go get 7 customers. And then next month, on April 1st, in this scenario, you're a Pearl. And then next month, you're a Sapphire. And then next month, you're going to skip Ruby and you're going to be an Emerald. And that's just getting 3 people that you got and you didn't get any more. You're helping your people do that. Are you going to stop talking to people? Are you only going to talk to 10 people? Because this right here is 10 people that you just went out and impacted. This business is so stinking simple. Where we get hung up is when we see this right here and this beautiful little formula, we think, I got to get 10 people. No. This is where you go back to the training. You got somebody's name on the plan on a page. You got their bio. How do you know about them? Where does it hurt? Wealth, health, time, significance. Casey, what's significance? It's the thing that comes after success. Ask them this. Don't assume. If you do assume, verify your assumption and get them to tell you. That's the part that's being missed the most. You think you know everything about them, but your vision will cloud your judgment. Get it from them. Listen to them. Don't look at that and go, Casey said, I got to get 3 business partners. I need to make this guy a business partner. No. What do they want? Once you find out which one of these there are, make sure you can write that down on the plan on a page. Then, so important, do you want to fix that? Yes or no? This step gets skipped. We find out this and we go in fix it mode. What if they don't want to fix it? Well, who wouldn't? I hear it all the time. You like to make more money? Well, who wouldn't? Dude, you'd be absolutely flabbergasted if you actually knew the answer to that. It's insane. Well, who wouldn't want to be more healthier? Who doesn't want more time? Who doesn't want more significance? Actually, I'm going to delve even deeper. Not a single person on the planet doesn't desire these things. Nobody says no to what we offer. They say no to what they think they have to do when they say yes. What do you have to do when you say yes? This right here. Hell, I can get it in one screen. That's what you do when you say yes. Is there a person on the planet that doesn't want those things? No, every one of them does. Well, then why don't they do something? Because the next step is they think they have to go do something that they don't understand. And when they don't know how to do that, they sit. They don't take action because they don't understand. They don't know how to drive the car. How do you drive the car? You write down a list of names. You have a conversation with them. You find out where it hurts. You find out if they want to fix it. You find out if they want to talk to a person that can help them fix it. If they don't want to do any of this stuff, they can keep dealing with what's ever in the circle. But don't give up on them. As soon as they say, no, I don't want to do that. Whoa. That's stupid. What do you mean that's stupid? You don't know me. No, I know that that's stupid. I know that you don't know what it is that we do. I've looked at these things before. That's great. Have you looked at this one? Well, no, but I've looked at something like it. You're going to base your future decisions on how your life is going to go based on the fact that you have no idea what it is that we do. That is one way to go through life. Not one that I would recommend. Well, you're telling me, no, I'm just saying it doesn't serve your desire. If you say that you want to go to Seattle and you're in Houston and you are traveling eastbound on I-10 to Miami, I'm not saying that you're doing it wrong. I'm just saying that that's not going to serve you to get to Seattle. That's a very disarming way to be able to tell them they're being an idiot. That's standing up for your friend to get them out of their nonsense, and that's that terrorist that sits on their shoulder just like you got one. Nobody says no to what we do. They say no to what they think they have to do when they say yes. Well, I don't want to go to Seattle. Yes, you do. You've wanted to go see it. It's all the obstacles that you're afraid of that's keeping you from going. I don't have any money. I don't have any time. I don't know how to get there. I don't know what I would do when I would get there. Well, those are all different things than, do you want to go to Seattle? Well, yeah, but. It's all the buts. You got to make sure that you follow this system this way. Because if you skip this part, then they're going to feel like you're ambushing them. If you go straight into, hey, I got this thing that I want you to take a look at. Well, you didn't even ask about what I wanted. I did the example the other day when I was in Miami of a guy that I knew from my previous company. He moved on to some solar company, and he reaches out and assumes that I want solar energy for my house. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. But you didn't ask me how I was doing. You just started asking me about solar stuff and telling me about solar stuff. I don't give a damn about solar stuff at this moment right now. I got other things to focus on. Well, you should, because the environment and blah. Then he's trying to put a guilt trip on me. Dude, you will be the last person I will ever buy solar stuff from, even if I decide that I want to do solar stuff. Why? Because I don't like you. Because you're trying to make a sale and you didn't care about me. Has anybody done that to your prospects? Have you done that to your people? Have you jumped in assuming that they want all these things because you are trying to get something? Well, I'm trying to help them. Then help them correctly. Let them know that you care about them first and find out what they want. You must make sure you identify what they want. Anytime somebody doesn't do this business, I can just about guarantee that one of these steps wasn't followed to its fulfillment. Well, this person didn't want to jump on. Okay, well, did they ever say that they did want to? Did you find out what they wanted? Well, no, I just know, we're done right now. Boom, done. You didn't find out what they wanted. Well, they did want this, and they told me they wanted that. And then I tried to get them on, and well, did you find out if they really, really wanted to fix it? Did you weigh them? Or did they just bump their gums and it sounded good and they immediately gave up because of fear that they don't know what to do if they were to join us? It always comes down to they don't say no to what we do. They say no to what they think they have to do if they say yes. The business is so stinking simple if you get that point. Well, Casey, after all this, I don't know what to do. I can't do what you do. I can't do these presentations. I don't understand QV. You showed me that thing on the previous page and my mind's exploding. I don't understand any of that stuff. You don't have to. You have to understand what's on this page, and that's it. This is the plan on a page. Understand this. Get good at this. You can absolutely, very, very simply get to Ruby in the next couple of months without any problem if you become a master of these steps. With an extra $3,500 a month. Think about that for a quick second. There's a comma, there's a 3 in front of it. You walk out to the mailbox, you get the key, you put it in there, you unlock it, you open it up, you see all the envelopes in there. You grab it, there's your electric bill, there's your gas bill, there's your telephone bill, there's your cell phone bill, because you got 2 of them. There's your mortgage, there's your credit card payment, there's your other credit, and then there's a Kyani check. And you open that one first, you put all the other ones back in, lock it, and you'll look at those later. And you look at this beautiful, beautiful envelope that means so much more because it's got a Kyani on it instead of a Verizon on it. And you see the Kyani, you rip it open, you blow in, and you see this beautiful rectangular shape. It says pay to the order. There's your name. There's another box over here. You see that cool little symbol, and then there's some digit, and then there's a comma. And in front of that comma is a 3. And then after that is a 5 and a 0 and a 0. That's what Ruby means. And this is just some little special stick figures that can mean freedom. And then you go grab all those other envelopes and you set them down and you put the Kyani envelope on top of because you just erased all those bills. And to get to Ruby, you need 25,000 points. The other way to look at this is you need about 13 Jades in your organization. So how do you go get Jades in your organization? You need to become one. That's the structure right there. That is an unstoppable Jade. That's a Jade factory Jade is what we're going to call that bad boy. That's not just a Jade. That's a Jade factory Jade. 3 and 7. Then what happens? You are a Jade. What do? You get Al, and you turn them into a Jade. You get Bonnie, turn them into a Jade. You get Chuck, you turn them into a Jade. Then what happens? Well, for that to happen, that happens. So now you've got 12 people in your organization. What do? You help that person become a Jade, that person a Jade, that 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 a Jade. So how many generations was that? That was your people that you personally brought on that one, and that one. You become a Jade first. Then you help this one become a Jade, that one a Jade, that one a Jade. You sponsored them. And then their people sponsor the next generation. So there's one generation, there's two generations. And what happened? You're a Ruby. It's that damn simple. With that formula. And you do that right there. When you do that, you get this. Any questions on this? Anybody confused on what they need to do? Anybody confused on any, because here's all you need to do. Does anybody have any questions on how do I handle this? Here's an example. Casey, I talked to this person. What should I have said? Does anybody have any of those things they want to share? That's a lot of information. It was just as good as me explaining Jade, but does anybody have any questions on that? Because if you don't, you got 7 days till the end of this month to go get yourself to Jade. That's plenty of time. Nothing from nobody? Everybody's mute button's good? Any comments on any of it? Cool.
Hey, Casey.
Hey, Dr. Jackie and Tina Marie.
Hey, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Hang on one
How are you?
Okay, now I hear you. You went away for a second. So I don't have any questions, but that was cool. And what I just realized as you were doing that is like that will replace most people's income.
I'm so glad that you're feeling that. That's the point. That right there. And that ain't, I mean, holy crap. Think about what you had to do to get to a point where you make $3,500 a month. And if you'll figure out that one stupid little plan on a page and get good at that, you can replace that. And then imagine all the time that you've got to go do what you want.
And that's just getting started.
That's just getting warmed up. Because with the system that's in place and the duplication that continues after you, and it's not just you, please get that, folks. You're just doing those first 4 steps. Mm-hmm. The rest of the organization handles the rest of the steps, and it keeps duplicating. And the next thing you know, you blow through Ruby, and now all of a sudden you're an Emerald. And then next thing you know, you're at Diamond, and you're like, I just did 3 and 7, and I made sure my people did 3 and 7. That's the power of what we have our hands on. The duplication is so stinking powerful. I love that y'all got that. I love that y'all are seeing that and then articulating that.
And I have a question, Casey. Hi.
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
We just took the dog out. So I heard you just say that, and you help your people do the same thing. So something that I've realized is the real role that I have as, you know, participating in this beautiful team is that I get to bring other people in and lead them and help teach them and mentor. And it feels very heart giving. You know, my heart is full whenever I get to help other people reach those levels and get to share in their joy. Mm-hmm. And I was taught by a mentor a long time ago that whenever you help somebody get what they want, they help you get what you want. And that's what's been happening every day. So I wanted to share that and thank you because you're the model of that for all of us.
Well, thank you for saying that. That's way cool. I appreciate that. It's very heartfelt and heart received. I love it. I love it.
Can I add just a sentence to that?
Please.
That until you're way up there, the only place you have to lead them is to Casey and to Power Hour.
Yeah.
So it's not like you've got to lead them through all these steps and stuff. You just have to point them in the right direction. So it's not like it's so easy. It's just if people would just fall in and do it, it's just too easy.
And to pull what they're both saying together, and I want to make this point because it's so critical, is Tina Marie is an influencer. If y'all don't know her, just go Google her. Just go look at her Facebook page. I mean, you wanna if you got anything going on your personal development that needs to be addressed, that lady right there, she's this way on my screen. She has that nailed down. I mean, when Tony Robbins comes to Houston, folks, he calls her to see what's going on in Houston, and that's no bullshit. I'm not joking. All right, so
Tony.
she's amazing on that. And you look at what I do, and if that freaks you out, where you say, yeah, that's great, and yes, it feels so good, but I'm scared of that. That was Sherry's point, is if you desire to do so and you want to step into that role, and that's what Tina Marie is seeing on this, and she's like, I am all in. You can do that. There's a path. We absolutely have that career track, if you will. But you do, and Sherry's point was, if you want to do that, but you don't have to. And I don't want anybody to think that you have. Does it feel unbelievably amazing? I ain't gonna lie to you. It's one of the coolest feelings in the world to be able to help somebody else do this. Mm-hmm. But all you got, and I'm glad she pointed it out, and I'm glad Sherry said we did it. She did. When it's a matter of helping the next person, the way you help them, you can either train them if you got the ability and the desire to do so, but if you don't feel that you have to do that. That holds so many people back in this, that they don't want to bring this to their best friend because they feel that they got to be able to train them on every step. We still got you covered. We know exactly what we're going to need to do to train them, and you don't have to worry about spending the time to do that if you don't want to. If you want to, you let me know. Believe me, we got room for you. We just had I call them my shooters. The influencers are my shooters. They're the ones that go out shooting terrorists off of people's shoulders. Now, I'm a dude, and that's how my mind works. Call it however you want to do it. But you got somebody that's talking noise in your ear, and I want to get rid of them. If you want to help somebody, that is the best way I found to be able to do it. If you want to, we got room for you. We got a spot for you. We got an open spot on the team for that if you want to. If you don't want to and that freaks you out, don't think that you have to, because Ruby money, life-changing money, like Dr. Jackie just said, $3,500, and you do not have to be an influencer to be able to do that. You just got to care about somebody to be able to share it with them. Yes, ma'am. Go right ahead. You're muted. Sorry, Dr. Jackie. Start over. You were muted.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was looking at the list of participants on this call, and just wanted to acknowledge Michael for being here.
They're killing it, man. They're killing it. We had a great chat, Michael and Rebecca. We sat down, and this is what I love when people are like, "Hey, I'm not quite certain on this. Can we get together?" Oh my, you don't understand how much that brightens my day. Ask me, reach out to me, call me. Casey, I don't get this. If you don't get it, it's not your fault. I sucked at delivering the information. I did not do a good enough job of getting you that information. Please reach out. So you nailed it, Dr. Jackie. They are just doing awesome, and really, really appreciative of what everybody's doing in the organization. We are in full-blown stinking momentum, and we are impacting lives left and right. Yes, ma'am, Tina Marie.
Help me understand, Casey, whenever you have somebody that you know at the very beginning, whenever they were saying yes, was totally into it and energized, is there anything that you could advise on helping them get re-engaged whenever they may slip away? You know, life gets busy, and then the terrorist, the saboteur gets in there. And, you know, what would be some advice on re-engaging their energy and reminding them of their vision?
That last thing you said is exactly what I do, is that at the top of the plan on the page box is your desire. That's why it's at the top. That's the thing that if ever you personally, anybody listening and hearing me right now or watching the recording, you got to go back to you of, if you get stuck, it's because you lost sight of that vision. You lost sight of that desire. You have to re-engage that. You got to go back to your canvas, and you got to be able to draw on your canvas, your mental canvas, on this is what I desire to do. I would highly recommend, if you don't do this now, every single day at some point in your day, and I recommend first thing when you wake up, is you be appreciative of what you got, and then you look at what you desire.
Mm.
It sets your day. It sets it all the time. Make it a part of your, when you put your underwear on, you put your left sock on, brush your right tooth. I don't know what you do, but whenever you have that moment, make that be the time that you go, oh, when you start your car in the morning, everybody, when you start your car in the morning, I want you to think about me tomorrow morning. When you start that sucker up, it's probably going to be cold no matter where you're at. When you start it up, you go, what's my desire? Son of a gun, he's in my brain again. That's it. That's it. And then get going on that and make sure you're clear on that. So anytime you've lost that mojo, or somebody in your team has stopped engaging, has maybe not been to Power Hour in a while, hasn't brought on a new customer, hasn't put you on a three-way call, hasn't done anything, and you just see them slow. Nobody just has this big moment one day and says, I quit. Nobody does that. They slowly forget day by day, moment by moment. So re-engage them on that. Good stuff, Tina Marie. Good point. Very good point. All right. Any other questions, or we're going to wrap it up for the night? Awesome. I hope this was helpful. I think it was. I think there were some aha moments for some people. 3 and 7. That is a Jade Factory Jade. That's what you're looking for. Make sure that duplicates by getting them engaged with me or any of the leaders on the team. If you're not sure who that is, reach out to me. If you don't have my phone number, I'm going to give it to you so you can write it down. I'm going to share it on the screen, and that's what we'll end with. It's 832-771-0730. Put that in your phone, put a little star next to it, make it a favorite. Whatever you want to do, reach out to me whenever you want to reach out to me 24/7. Doesn't mean I'm going to answer, but I promise you I will get back to you. If you got any question, you want to engage, this person needs to be engaged. They don't get it. You don't get it. That didn't make sense. I didn't want to reach out in front of everybody. That was kind of weird. No problem. Just call me up. We'll be able to help. All right, I'm going to unmute the line so everybody can say goodnight. Thank you all so much for joining. Thank you all so much for the impact that you are bringing to the table. Keep planting those seeds with your people. Keep engaging. Keep your ear tuned. Listen to what people, they're telling you up front what their deal is before you even ask a lot of times. So with that, Thank you guys for joining, and I'm going to unmute the lines, and we will see you next time. Good night, everybody.
Thank you, Casey.
All right. Thank you, Casey. From Michael Moore.
Good night.
Thank you,
Good
Jackie.
night, you guys.
Thanks, Casey. Bye-bye.
Marie.
Good night, team.
Good to see everybody.
Bye.
Night, team.
Night, team.
Night.
Good night.